Right, this is going to be a very factual video. I'm simply just going to go through what I do to try and help you to win this year. The first point is get good sleep. And nowhere near enough people do this. So my first tip is no exercise, no work, and no eating near bedtime. If you eat near bedtime, then your body has to digest the food and you can't sleep well while you're digesting food. That's a simple fact. No working near bedtime, because when you're going to sleep, you don't want to be thinking about your work. It just keeps you awake basically. And another massive one, no exercise. So no exercise near bedtime because it simply just wakes you up, makes you more alert. And you don't want that when you're trying to get to sleep. Second tip, avoid bright lights. When it's daytime, it's bright outside. When it's nighttime, it's dark. So when it's dark and you're trying to go to sleep, avoid the bright lights, because even like an overhead light, that acts as like a fake sun. So then your eyes see that and your body's like, oh, it's daytime because I see the bright light. So just trying to avoid bright lights, it helps you get such better sleep. Something I started doing very, very recently, a 5-minute hot shower before bed. Apparently, having a hot shower, it cools your body down because the hot water, it forces your body to cool yourself down. So when you come out the shower, your body cools your body down past the temperature you were in when you went in the shower. Like if you want to go to a very, very deep sleep, a very good sleep where you can have your best physical and mental recovery, your body temperature needs to drop by about 2 to 3 degrees Celsius. Now, that'll take quite a while when you do it naturally. So I kind of do the quick way when I go in the hot shower and then it cools my body temperature down naturally. After I come out my shower, I'll dry off, I'll get into whatever I'm sleeping in, and then I'll journal. Get anything that I'm trying to remember off my mind, just write it into my journal so that I can look at it tomorrow and just remember it. I'll then meditate for 15 minutes. This is really good for productivity too. Meditation's also good for mental health, everything like that. Last thing I do before I go to sleep is read. I'll read for 15 to 20 minutes, lying on my side, always trying to get to sleep while reading. Reading is just like, even your parents probably said this when you were younger, reading is the best way to fall asleep. So I'll just read lying on the side with my phone, and then once my eyes are starting to close, I'll just turn my phone off. You get really, really good sleep when you do that. Getting good sleep is vital for productivity and just for your mood and for everything. And so my second point on how to dominate this year is to wake up early. I wake up around 5 to 6 a.m. It's such a beautiful experience waking up this early. I've got a strict rule, no phone for the first 30 minutes after you wake up. It just gives you brain fog and it makes the rest of the day terrible. Even just looking at your phone for a minute, for a second, it makes the rest of your day terrible. So just give it 30 minutes before you go on your phone, and trust me, your day will be much, 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 much better. After you wake up, you gotta get lots and lots of light in, preferably sunlight, but I mean, you can still kind of use artificial light. But what I'll do, I'll open my window, I'll grab my water bottle, and I'll just sit on my bed and just look, not directly at the sun, but in the direction of the sun. Get as many like photons into my eyes. Because when your body has just woken up and it sees light, it's like morning time. And it really helps set your like sleep schedule in. And it's just generally good for waking you up. Next tip about waking up is to drink lots of water. Drink lots of water, because if you're going to sleep, you've gone 7-8 hours without drinking anything. So you are going to be dehydrated. Yeah, I need a drink. And your body just simply needs water to function. Like, how don't you realize this? You have to drink water to survive. Mates, drink enough water, 2 liters a day at least. You need water to be productive, for your brain to function, for your muscles to function. There's no reason not to drink water, bro, so don't make an excuse about this one. Brain function, you need water, do it, no excuses. Another thing I do after waking up is just some light exercise. So if you don't have a big bench press or dumbbells in your room, just any form of light exercise, just do 1-2 minutes of it and it'll just get the blood going, it'll wake you up. I do this just before I do my work, and it just gets your mind working and everything. Before if I don't do it, I'll feel asleep while I'm doing my work. It also increases your body temperature. And I'm gonna go into this again. So also after waking up, I'll have a 10-minute cold shower. If you have a cold shower, when you get out, then your body is forced to warm you up, and it will warm you up over your base level temperature. It's kind of stupid really, but I mean, it works. Cold shower gets your blood going, gets your muscle recovery, gets some mental health like your dopamine. It's really good for your like dopamine receptors. It'll literally make you feel happier for the rest of the day. This is my third point about how to dominate in school. Work before school. Now this is the whole point of waking up this early. No one else is awake. Now what that means is if no one else is awake, no one's gonna message you, no one's gonna come in your room and distract you, which means you can get so much work done without getting distracted. And now trust me, this works. You've just woken up, you're incredibly fresh, your mind's fresh, you feel new, you feel really productive, and there's no distractions. That is just an equation for perfect deep work. My hardest task for creating videos is to script the videos. Like this morning, I got 4 videos scripted in like 3 hours. Before it'd take me 3 hours to script 1 video. I got 4 days of work done before 9 AM. How mad is that? Simply because I woke up early, I did all this stuff to make me more productive, and then I did my work, and the benefits were, what is that? 5 times more productive. And when you wake up early, you just set yourself up for the rest of the day. My 4th point about how to dominate school this year is to focus in school. It's obvious really, just focus in school. But what I mean by that is staying present in lessons, actually trying to learn in lessons, like basically all British schools. Most lessons are quite unfocused. I mean, you do get quiet lessons every now and then, but most lessons are quite unfocused. You could pretty easily talk to your friends and get distracted and not learn anything in a lesson. And if you don't learn anything in a lesson, what does that mean? It means more studying or lower test scores. So if you focus in lessons, you don't have to do as much studying and you'll get higher test scores. And here's another reason about focusing in school. Be productive at break times. Break time, it's called a break time. You really need a break. School isn't that intense really. You don't need a break. The guy in Next Gen told me this. Next Gen is like a private community. I mean, if you want to join, like just comment on the video or something, you do have to pay. So I'm just kind of selling it here. So a guy in here said this, just get all your homework done during the break times, because then you've got no homework to be done, or very, very little homework to be done outside of school. It means as soon as you get home from school, that's basically free time, unless you have to study for a test. Basically what I'm saying here, in school, focus and spend all time, including break times, efficiently. My 5th reason on how to dominate school this year is to have an after-school routine. Get all your work done ASAP. Get the hardest task done first. Get all your work done first as soon as you get home from school. And have some routine, like my routine would be get my bike in, come home, have a cold shower, get changed, get on my computer and start. And another part of having a routine is to spend time with your family. You don't have to be 100% efficient, productive all the time. The 2 biggest things that make you happy are family and work. Being with your family is productive too, so spend an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours with your family. It's such a good mental health benefit, and if you don't have a good relationship with your family, make a good relationship with your family. Family is so good, bro. It's so good for your mental health. Come on, just spend time with your family. Now my 6th point on how to dominate school this year is to set clear goals. Make them clear. Keep them in your head. Keep them there. Make yourself think about them all the time. Have it as your phone wallpaper. Have it as your computer wallpaper. Stick it up on paper on your wall. Have it in sight all the time so that you remember it. You keep getting reminded of it, and then eventually it'll just stick in your head and you'll remember it. And having that goal in your head, remembering it all the time, thinking about it all the time, you're gonna see that goal and it's gonna give you a purpose up. And make your goals outlandish. Make them so you don't think you'll even be able to complete them. I'll tell you mine right now. 1,000 subscribers by 2024. It is, what is the date today? 29th of August, I'm on 162 subscribers. Do you think I can get to 1,000 subscribers by 2024? I think it's going to be a really hard push to make it. Make them so you don't even know if you can do them, but that'll push you even further. That'll push you even harder to get to it, because you're like, I don't know if I can get to it. If my goal was 200 subs by 2024, I'd be like, yeah, I can do that easy. I can just slack off now. I'll just do it later. But 1,000 subscribers by 2024, that's like, ooh, don't know if I can do that. It's possible. Other people have done it before. It's possible. But can I do it? I don't know. And that's the whole point of having the goal. Goals make you more driven. It's an end point to get to. You aren't just wandering around aimlessly saying, I want to go there, no, 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 I want to go there. And they also act as motivation. I made a video all about motivation, and maybe it'll be up there somewhere. And just something I want to say, like sort of like a disclaimer, is have your own habits and routines. Find out what works for you. Try out the things I said in this video. Listen to the Andrew Huberman podcast. Watch the Hamza videos. Do some of the stuff they say. Do some of the stuff I say. Find out what works for you. All this stuff I've done, I've heard it from the big influencers. I've tried it myself. And I've stuck with what worked. What doesn't work, I don't do. What works, I do. Haha, do. I found out what works for me, so you find out what works for you. Test it for yourself. Hope that helped, bro. That's the end of this video. So I'm gonna ask you to like, I'm gonna ask you to subscribe, I'm gonna ask you to comment on the video, and yeah, goodbye.